When we hear the term digital presence, like, do we think it's just about social media? What comes to your Welcome to the Altitude Lounge. Alright, hey guys, I am Charmian-Marie, Beetle, business coach and communications consultant, and what I do is help my clients to lay a solid business foundation so that they can feel more confident about the way that they are showing up in business and online, right? So today we're going to be focusing on, digital presence overall. When we hear the term digital presence, like, do we think it's just about social media? What comes to your mind, right? I would love to tell you that your digital presence has to do with every single thing, every footprint that you make on digital. So if it is that, it's your website versus, your Facebook page, or Facebook groups, or your Instagram or your TikTok, like, it's literally every single thing that is done on digital in relation to your brand. And so it's important for you to take time to do your very best to make sure that your digital presence is cohesive, as I've mentioned in previous videos, but to also make sure that you understand that when your digital presence is effectively used, it really helps to enhance the way your business is viewed overall. In the public relations field, we call it, your reputation, how your brand is overall perceived, and therefore based on your positioning, right? And so with that said, I want to give you some benefits of you really effectively using your efforts on the digital space to enhance the way your brand is perceived, and then to enhance your overall digital position so that people will consider you for business. All right. So the first thing, you making more concerted decisions or efforts in terms of pushing your brand forward helps to improve and increase your communication with your community. Now, prior to this boom or this inflation in popularity of the digital sphere or community and stuff, a reality is that your reach was so much and no more. Prior to the digital age, there were flyers, business cards, and fine, great, and TV was king, radio was queen, possibly, and billboards and print were there, and still very big, but all of that. But because of that, of course, TV was a lot more expensive in terms of advertising and radio and all of that, right? And so what we had to rely on as business owners was the reach of those channels, the reach of your television station, the reach of the radio station, the reach of that newspaper or magazine and stuff like that. Now, digital allows you to break those barriers and allows persons to be able to interact with you directly and feel like they can finally connect with the business that they are choosing to invest with, right? So you want to make sure that you're leveraging that. You want to make sure that, people feel, seen and interacted with, and like they are a part of something that is bigger than them, a community, a movement, right? So always make sure to remember that your digital presence, once properly honed, really helps to facilitate improved and increased communication with your community, which is a huge plus. All right. The next thing, it helps with a more fulsome or a more whole display of your brand and all its elements. And remember, your brand is split up into three, which is your brand core, which includes your values, your tone, your vibe, all of those things. And your brand core then guides number two, your brand identity, which is the pretty stuff. So it's the high quality photos, it's the logos, it's the fonts, it's the colors, those pretty things, right? And then those two things come together to guide the third one, which is your brand journey or your brand in action, which facilitates just exactly how you position your brand, which platforms you use, which other brands you're interacting with publicly and stuff like that, which is affiliations and stuff, right? So when persons are able to see how your brand is moving in the digital space, it literally represents or allows for that full representation, so that people can really see, all right, cool, they can step back and say, hey, all right, this is how this brand is operating in the digital space. This is kind of cool, I want to be associated with this brand. I want to invest in this business. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you recognize the potential of that, and do your very best to make sure that your overall digital presence allows people to get that vibe, right? Next thing, there's more flexibility in service delivery. Now, a reality is that the digital world has opened up room for people like me, and potentially you, where we can be online service providers, where we don't have to leave the comfort of our homes, especially in this panorama. And with that said, we can still do our very best to enhance the lives of others in a high quality way, by delivering our services strictly via these digital media, and platforms, right? And so with that said, it allows for that flexibility. It allows for people to build lucrative businesses and stuff like that. So it's important for you to recognize the opportunities that are there, because by the next 5 to 10 years, I've been hearing so many statistics being spit out recently. E-commerce and just online businesses in general are definitely going to be booming within the next 5 to 10 years, and we're already seeing that trajectory, so don't sleep on that. Cool. Next thing, I don't know why I'm getting out of breath, but it's cool. Next thing, so ease in showcasing offers. Now, fine, whether or not you're a service-based business or a product-based business, it allows you to have more of a bit of confidence and consistency in showcasing what you actually offer, and promoting it accordingly. Especially product-based businesses, I find that they're able to excel even more because you have some high quality product shots. You can also infuse them in lifestyle kind of photos and stuff like that, and that allows persons to visualize exactly how they want to be using the products and the possibilities that are associated with having that particular product. So it really allows for a marketing mecca of sorts, where you're able to really get creative and really get in tune with how you want your brand to be represented and how you want people to see your brand and stuff like that. And then for the service-based business owner, you can actually do the same, but it will definitely be a different kind of angle, where you're focusing on the transformation that your services provide, as well as the nitty-gritty and all of these things. But if I was to go deeper in that, we'd have to talk about bio profiles and all of that, and we don't have time in this video. But it definitely does allow for a lot more flexibility for both service-based and product-based businesses to really showcase what they have to offer and allow consumers to make informed decisions. And the final thing, just general increase in reach and influence. A reality is that as a business owner, you have to recognize that, fine, you are your brand, right? And your brand, the more important thing, in building a community and all of that, you're also very intent on or interested in increasing your reach. You want more people to see your brand. You want more eyes on your brand, because more eyes on your brand increase the likelihood of the persons who are going to be investing in your business, so you want more people to see, right? And so in trying to increase the number of eyes on your business, you're then going to recognize that you have to understand that you need to be seen as an influencer and a leader in your own right, And when I say influencer, I'm not talking about bikini pictures. I'm not talking about hotel review. I'm not do whatever, fine, whatever your brand is, But I'm saying to go beyond that mentality in terms of thinking of what an influencer is. Anything that you state in relation to your industry, to definitely stamp your authority and your leadership within your industry, then makes you an influencer. And so it's important for you to take that role seriously, because if you take that role seriously and people see that, they will then start following you. They will then start saying, hey, I wonder what so and so thinks of this, you know. Or when you bring up a topic, then they're more likely to listen because they see you as an influencer, because they see you as an authority, because they see you as a leader, you know. So when you really take the time to build out your digital presence from this perspective, understanding what it does to your brand and understanding the potential reach and influence that you have, there's no stopping you, right? So with that said, guys, I just went through 5 things that, taking the time to build out your digital presence really helps with. And I hope you learned something new today. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to drop them below. I'll be happy to answer. And with that said, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. The Altitude Lounge.